Hello and welcome to this wonderful expose on healthy living with George Charisma. I hope you're having a wonderful day, or you had a wonderful day depending on the time when you stumble on this video. I consider the subject I want to discuss to be very cardinal, and I'd like you to pay close attention. It has been severally said that health is wealth. And I couldn't agree more. I'm sure you couldn't agree more. When we say that health is wealth, what we really mean is that no matter how much money you are making, if you are not healthy enough to spend that money, to enjoy that money, then you are a miserable person. On the flip side, if you have health, you can make money. It's the greatest wealth you can think about. I feel that many people take their health for granted. And the evidence of that is the jobs that some people go for. There are jobs that constitute a health hazard. And the idea here is that money is not everything. You cannot afford to put your health on the line simply because you want to secure your daily bread. At least you should be alive when the daily bread is secured. Now, when we talk about health, we're really talking about wellness on different levels. First of all, on a physical level, even though that's a list, that's a ground floor. But when we come up higher, we start considering emotional wellness. We start considering mental health. And over the last maybe decades, over the last years, last couple of years, there has been a very great concern around mental health. There are so many mental health issues that are plaguing our society. And if we don't address the same, then we should not wonder why there would be, or why we would witness an increase in death rates that are related to mental health concerns. So when we talk about healthy living, what is it really about? First of all, on a physical level, it's important for you to embrace healthy eating, and it's really about a balanced diets that contain the right classes of food, or the classes of food in the right proportion. It's really about eating at the right time, and it's about the right quantity of food. Okay, we are also talking about things like staying hydrated, drinking enough water. You should drink 2 liters of water or 2.5 liters of water a day. If you can go up to 3, you're doing well. We're also talking about being physically active, not embracing a sedentary form of existence. Okay, you don't lie down all day, lie on the couch, watch TV and sleep for so long, and then you leave from the house, you enter a taxi or your car, an air-conditioned car, you end up in an air-conditioned office, you barely go for break, and at the end of the day you feel you are living large when you are actually dying slowly. It's important that we embrace a life of physical exercise, and you can achieve that by involving yourself in some form of manual labor, by involving yourself in walks, in long walks. Okay, some people prefer to call it trekking, whatever you want to call it. Anything that gets you moving, gets you on your feet. There is no substitute for physical exercise, for a life that is characterized by physical exercise. Another thing in the direction of healthy living, of course, is regular, comprehensive medical checkup. You have to be bothered about your weight, especially. You have to be bothered about your blood pressure, your body mass index, and all of those things that they talk to us about, during sensitization campaigns in hospitals. Alright, because there is a lot that can go wrong while you are busy living your life. There are many sick people on the streets, and there are also many well people in the hospitals. But you will never know until you go to the hospital to consult. Many people only go to the hospital when they are sick. And even more, many men only go to the hospital when they are at a dying point. You should not get there. So you should know your weight, you should know your numbers. That's a summary of it. You go to the hospital and you check different things. This is why you should strive to be financially stable, so that you can keep your health in check. Then we talk about managing your emotions. This is by far the greatest component of our health that we neglect. managing your emotions. Emotions like anger, emotions like jealousy, emotions like fear, and so on and so forth. These emotions can be harmful, can be potentially harmful to your health if you do not take time to manage them. And what we are talking about is you really need to learn to empty your heart of grievances, of grudges. Learn to forgive, learn to let go, take life easy. Incorporate fun into your life. It's difficult, it's hard, things are not going the way you wish they would, but again, you have just one life to live. So you can afford to be happy. You can afford to have fun all the way as you fulfill your purpose. Another thing is watch out for stress and stressors. There is a healthy amount of stress that a human being should have. But beyond that, when you are getting to a breaking point, when life has stressed you to the point where you are almost suffering a breakdown because you have reached at the point of burnout, you have to take it seriously and get some rest. We often say that if you don't take time to rest when it is necessary, you will eventually rest in peace. And you don't want that happening to you. So as much, yes, it's true, we all will die someday, but we don't have to precipitate it. We have the power to determine the quality of life that we live. We may not be able to determine the length of our days, but we can determine the quality of life that we live. So you have to take your health seriously. Get enough sleep. That's another thing that is also very important. Learn to forgive and learn to forget. Okay? Learn to look away from the hurts of the past. Learn to heal from whatever you're going through. And healing is a process. Take your time and heal. Forgiveness does not have to come on demand. Whether or not the people who offended you request for forgiveness, you should forgive them for the sake of your own health, for the sake of your own peace. And you realize that if you are healthy, many other things are going to fall into place. You'll be productive. You'll be focused. You'll be stable. You'll be available to your family. You'll be able to do the things that you've always wanted to do, to chase your purpose and fulfill your dreams and maximize your potential. Get enough sleep, but not too much sleep. And ensure, above all things, that you depend on God. We can do all the things that we do, but we remember that it is God that sustains us. In fact, the Bible says it is in Him that we live and move and have our being. So friends, I recommend that you should follow through with the things we have talked about in this podcast and do well to check those boxes in your life to ensure that you are living right. You eat right, you ensure that your environment is clean, take proper care of yourself, bathe as often as you should, brush 2 times a day, wear clean clothes, live in a clean environment, make your bed when you wake up, make sure that your room is as clean as it should be, air your room, every day you should air your room, go for a walk, go closer to nature, and make sure that you avoid canned stuff, a lot of these canned foods and all that. Make sure that you avoid a lot of that, okay? And go closer, eat more of whole grains, eat vegetables, drink enough water. All of these things are going to help you to live a healthy life. Most importantly, remember that your health is your responsibility. Therefore, make it your priority. It's been George Charisma, and I look forward to hearing from you in the comment section. God bless you.